Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing the reveal of the Sew My Style challenge or project for January. And before I do that, I'm just gonna kind of talk just real quick, which I do often, right? I love talking to you guys. Okay. But yeah, so this year I decided I want to participate in Sew My Style, mainly because last year I saw a bunch of the girls that did it and it looked like they had a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun with the Little Red Dress project. So I figured this would be another fun, challenge to get more involved with the sewing community on YouTube, which, I've fallen in love with in the last, year or two. And a lot of the patterns, there were a handful of them that were on the schedule for 2018 I've already had and planned on making anyways, so I just figured, hey, why not? It should be a lot of fun. And I get to, try new things and new pattern companies that I haven't heard of before. So, the reveal of everyone's finished makes is the last Sunday of each month, so that's when these videos are, sorry. Okay, so it's the last Sunday of each month, and that's when I'm going to be posting mine. So for January, the pattern was the Sunny Dress, or it can also be a top, by Friday Pattern Company. And it's rated easy and for knitted fabrics. So you can get this as a PDF or a printed pattern, and I went ahead and I guess splurged and got the printed pattern, and this is what it looks like. So it comes in this cardboard box. It's about the size of a VHS tape. As you can see, it's really, really wide. It's cardboard, and then you open it up from the side, and you get your instructions, and then your pattern. So mine's already been cut, but so this is the pattern. It looks like it was just printed on regular printer paper that you would use in your home printer, and then the same thing with the pattern, like it was printed at home, and then so, oops, I'm dropping everything, excuse me. Okay. Alright, now that it's back in the box, let's talk about the packaging real quick. I don't mind the packaging. It's nice that it's a little bit bigger. That way you can easily put your instructions and your pattern back in there. Instead of having to squish everything together to try to get back in an envelope, like you would with the big four, it's so much easier to put in here. So I do like that aspect of it, but I also don't like that it's so big that it takes up a lot of space. But I guess it's not really a problem because I have a new sewing space where I'm going to have lots of room to put things. So yeah, I mean the packaging, I'm just, it's nice, but if you don't have a lot of space to store things, you may just want to go ahead and get the PDF pattern. She does give 5% of proceeds from her sales, to charities. And so this pattern benefits against Malaria Foundation. So okay, so now that I went and went over the packaging, I'm going to go over the pattern instructions. The instructions, I don't know, I wasn't overly impressed with. I don't want to be negative, but I feel like they could have been a little bit better. One thing that I really didn't like, and this is just kind of being nitpicky, this may not bother other people, but it kind of bothered me a little bit, and that was when it got time to finishing the neckline. In the instructions it said you can either fold it over 1/4 of an inch, and stitch around, which I ended up doing, or you can, have a professional finish and make a binding. And if you wanted to make the binding, to go to her blog and look at the tutorial. And she gave, the website for that, so I didn't have to go searching for it. But that bothered me mainly because, I mean, couldn't you just put, the professional finish in the instructions instead of having to make me, read the instructions and then go get my computer, set up my computer, go to your website, try to find this tutorial. I don't know, it kind of threw me off because I'd already, been in, the zone. I was sewing, following the instructions, having no problem sewing the pattern to get, the dress together. And it was like, oh, hey, well, I know you want the professional finish, but I'm not going to put that in the instructions. I'm going to have you go to my blog and look at the tutorial. So it's like I had to go. Then I was already like, you know, at that point I was like, okay. So I went upstairs, got my laptop, and it took, I don't know, it kind of just threw me off. I didn't know how to explain it, so that may not bother some people, but it did bother me a little bit. And the tutorial wasn't even that great. Like, I hate to say that, but it was a little vague. There weren't a whole lot of pictures to follow along. So if you've never sewn in a binding for a neckline, which I've only done four times. So, you know, and I'm still new to it. So it's not like I know how to do it, you know, by memory and make it, you know, perfect, you know. So I followed her tutorial, and like I said, it was a little difficult to follow along, and the outcome wasn't what I was expecting. So instead of it laying flat against, you know, my body, it ended up pulling forward like this. The whole thing just pulled forward. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I did this wrong. So I took it out, and then, you know, remeasured, recut, did everything it told me to do, and then I sewed it back in, and it still did that. It still fell forward. I tried, you know, top stitching it to get it to stay up, and it wasn't working. So that was a bit of a bummer. So I literally spent, I want to say, an hour trying to figure this out. Like, why is the binding doing this? I've done everything the instructions have told me to do. It wasn't working. So I took it out and just folded it under, you know, 1/4 inch, and then stitched it. And it still doesn't lay flat. It still kind of moves forward a little bit, but not as bad as it was when I had the binding in it. Okay, 2 issues. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna say 2 issues. So the first one is the top up here by the shoulder seams. It kind of sticks up a little bit. So let me see if I can show you. See how it doesn't, you know, lay flat? It pops up and kind of sticks up. And so, there's a Facebook group for Sew My Style, which if you're participating in it, you can be in that group so you can see other people, you know, tips and tricks, what issues they're running into, if you can help them fix it. And a lot of girls had that problem where it was sticking up like this, right? And I think the reason why it does this is because the dress is supposed to be reversible. So you can wear it with the scoop neck in the front like this, or you can have the scoop neck in the back and then a higher neckline. So I think that's why it sticks up. And I fixed it a little bit to where it would lay flat, you know, it wouldn't stick up like this. But then when I went to go reverse it, it pulled away. You know, it didn't lay like a nice neckline should. It wasn't, you know, smooth, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I was just like, well, that's kind of a bummer. So I unpicked it and just left it like this, and then put it on, reversed it again, and I still had the problem. But this time, instead of it, like, you know, pulling away and being up and high, now it has like this weird crease of fabric. And I'll show you guys that as well so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go change real quick, put the dress on reverse so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back. So do you see here how it has like this weird folded over kind of? I don't know. I'm not understanding, like, you know, why it's doing that. And if I try to, like, you know, lift it up, it still does this. I don't know. It's baffling to me why it does that, because on her website it doesn't do that, but on me it does. And on some of the other people, you know, it does as well. I don't know. I'm all fidgeting. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So yeah, this is kind of the main thing that I'm not enjoying, is this neckline. So I would give this pattern and this garment like a 4 out of 5. It's not terrible. It is a simple make. It's a really nice everyday dress. I can't wear it now because it's snowing here. It's really cold. But when it starts getting warmer, I'm going to remake this dress. I'm going to give it a second chance. I found this fabric when I was in Colorado. So this is nice, you know, lavender, cream color, stripy fabric, and I'm gonna make this, because I think this will look really cute in the summer with some white sneakers. And I'm also going to adjust the length. So right now it is a nice length. It hits right above my knee. It's not overly short, which is nice. But, you know, for the summertime, I do want to make it a little bit shorter. So, I don't know. I am going to remake it. Even though I'm not in love with it, I do want to try it one more time. Just because, you know, it fits good. It's just this dang neckline that I have a problem with. So I'm going to search around and look for other tutorials for binding, and then give that a chance. And if I still have a problem with that, then I don't know, I may not give it a third chance, but I'm gonna try it a second time and make some adjustments, and I'll definitely, you know, give you guys an update on that, probably in the summertime when I'm gonna remake it. And so when I do my other Sew My Styles, I think I'll like go ahead and like touch back on previous makes, you know, if I made any adjustments, because right now I'm just doing, you know, my initial impression of the pattern. So I'm gonna stand up real quick so you guys can see, you know, what it looks like. And oh, but before I do want to say one thing though. My husband really likes this dress, and it was so funny because so how we are, like, how the office is set up, he has his back turned to me, and so every time I finish, like, you know, making something, I'm like, all right, what do you think? And he turns around and he gives me, you know, his opinion. And so I did that. I finished this dress and I was like, so what do you think? And he was like, wow. Like, he loved it. And I think mainly because it is figure hugging. I don't wear a lot of clothes that are like that, so I don't know, I think he enjoys that part. So, okay, enough with that story. I'm gonna go put this back on the way that I like to wear it, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is the finished make, and as you can see, it is really figure hugging, which I don't mind too much. It's comfortable, it doesn't feel like it's sticking to my skin, which is nice. I do like this hemline. I like how it's, would you call this a scalloped hem, where it's, you know, like high and then it goes up and then goes back down. So yeah, so I mean, it is a cute dress. So I am going to try to remake it again, like I said, in that purple and white fabric. And then what I think I'm going to do is shorten it maybe a couple inches. So let's see. What do you guys think? For like the summertime, make it cute like this. I think it'll look really cute with some white sneakers. So, yeah. How I'm wearing this one right now is I'm wearing it with like a leather jacket and black tights and black booties. And it's one of those outfits to wear it's only if I'm walking from the car to a building because it's too cold to actually wear outside right now. Yeah, so keep an eye out on my Instagram because I'll show you, you know, how I style this right now. And definitely let me know if you guys have made this dress or any other Friday Pattern Company patterns and what you thought. And yeah, I don't know, I will update you guys. Like I said, my initial first impression is not that great, but I'm going to give it a second chance. Because I don't like, you know, being negative. And I do want to try it again because it is, you know, it is a cute outcome. I just want to figure out this issue with the neckline. So, yeah, thanks for coming by. I look forward to sharing, you know, these monthly makes for the Sew My Style with you all and interacting with you guys. So, if you are participating in the Sew My Style challenge, can you guys leave your Instagram name below? That way I can check out and see what you all have made. And then if you have a YouTube channel, let me know too, because I'd really like to connect with you guys. That's all I have. And tomorrow, I think I'm posting my monthly makes for December and January, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.